Here's your latest provincial news update on DZRJ810 AM, the voice of the Philippines.
The Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, or BFAR, reported another incident of fish kill in 3 barangays in Taal Lake. BFAR Chief Assis Perez announced that nearly 1 ton of dead fish turned up in barangays La Vista, Biringan, and Sampaloc. Perez said that BFAR detected low levels of dissolved oxygen in the 3 areas in Taal Lake. He added that BFAR personnel will aid fish cage owners to locate areas in Taal Lake that are safe for their fish. More than 1 million people have been affected by flooding in several provinces and cities in the country as tropical storm or depression Egay and the southwest monsoon brought days of incessant rains. Rains eased in Cotabato City on Monday, but thousands of people are still struggling to cope with massive flooding. 6 out of 10 residents are affected by floods, and it may take several more days before evacuees can return to their homes. Barangay Poblacion in Cotabato City, which has never been flooded, is now underwater. There are no more evacuation centers in the village. Some schools are also flooded, while the rest are already full. An estimated 160,000 residents are affected in Cotabato City alone, and nearly 1 million in the entire region. 12. Let's now get involved into the world of business, and here's Sunset Drive's business news.
From the Voice of the Philippines, this is the Business Page.
The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas is looking at macro-prudential regulations instead of only policy rates and other liquidity-enhancing measures to combat inflationary pressures. This is brought about by high food and oil prices as well as surging liquidity. PSP Governor Amando Tetanco Jr. said that monetary authorities are also considering macroprudential toolkits to manage the impact on inflation. These measures include enhancing the flexibility of the domestic currency, further building up foreign exchange reserves. Finance Secretary Cesar Purisima said the bidding for the contract to operate 2 of Manila's commuter trains, the first of the government's public-private partnerships, doesn't have to be delayed. Reports say the bidding scheduled for July 11 would be postponed to give potential bidders more time to study the terms of the project. President Aquino named Rojas, a former trade secretary and senator, as DOTC secretary earlier this month after outgoing DOTC chief Jose Ping de Jesus resigned. De Jesus quit amid speculation Aquino was unhappy with the pace of privatizations. DOTC is coordinating agency for 7 of the 11 privatization lineup for this year. The Bureau of Internal Revenue, or BIR, welcomed the decision of the Department of Justice finding probable cause in the filing of criminal charges against pawn shop chain owner William Villarica. Earlier this week, the Justice Department found probable cause in the filing of criminal charges against Villarica for violating provisions of the country's Internal Revenue Code. With the Justice Department's decision, the BIR is now preparing the filing of information before the Court of Appeals, CTA. Let's now get physical into Sunset Drive sports news.
And now, a look at sports from around the world on DZRJ810 AM.
Back on one of tennis' top stages, Venus Williams got a familiar figure Monday at Wimbledon from her latest original, somewhat see-through outfit to her trademark booming serves and aggressive crown strokes. Williams macked 7 aces at up to 118 mph, total 23 winners to only 5 unforced errors, and overwhelmed 97th ranked Akgul Amanmuradova of Uzbekistan 6-3, 6-1 in the first round at the All England Club. The 7-time major champion recently was off the turf for about 5 months with a bum hip, including missing the French Open, and this is only her 4th tournament in nearly a year. The agent for Turkish center Cantor doesn't think the Cleveland Cavaliers have decided who they'll take with the #1 overall pick in the NBA draft. Agent Max Ergel said the 6'11" Cantor, who has raw skills but imposing, ready for the pro size, met with Cavs owner Dan Gilbert. The Cavs have been extremely guarded in their plans for this draft, which they hope can speed the rebuilding in the aftermath of LeBron James' departure and the 63-loss season. Cleveland has been intentionally silent because the club wants to keep its options open and potentially raise the interest in a player to make a trade. The coming 74th season of the University Athletic Association of the Philippines, or UAAP, will be up for discussion in the Philippine Sports Association's forum this week. Leading the guests list are season 74 President Ricky Palou of host Ateneo, Emmanuel Fernandez, board representative of Ateneo, and Paulo Trillo, team manager of the three-time defending champion Blue Eagles. Joining them in the weekly session aired live over sports is National University Athletic Director Janelle Baculi. And now let's peek into the world of show business and hear Sunset Drive's business or entertainment news.
This is your Entertainment Minute.